Hello there, everybody. Hopefully everything's working. Coming to you from Nashville today. I'm home in my little home studio here, and I'm looking forward to playing some songs for you. This is Live from Home number 41. It's hard to believe, but here we are. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and I hope you enjoy the music. I'm going to play a little bit of Georgia on My Mind to kick off the stream. Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you, Georgia, Georgia. No peace I find, just that old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. That'll do. What a beautiful piece of music that is. Ray Charles has got to be one of my favorite people whoever sang a melody or played a melody. Just adjusting my little screen here so I can see the chat. Okay. So we got people tuning in from all over: Czech Republic, Western Australia, England, France. I'm going to switch over to the acoustic guitar and play a song. Jennifer says, "Hello, teacher." You're in my complete fingerstyle guitar program, which makes me happy. Denmark. This next song is called Adelaide. I'm actually trying to play with a set list this stream. we'll see how I go. I have, requests for this song fairly often, so I wanted to play it for you this evening. We were only 17, summer nights and faded jeans, down in Adelaide. Sandy hair and windy days, hazel eyes and Cabernet, down in Adelaide. Falling rain like tambourines, sleepless nights, deleted scenes, down in Adelaide. I kissed goodbye and suddenly I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, and she's a world away. And oh, it's 9,957 miles away. And if I could turn back the years, I'd be on a plane, I'd fly like the wind. If I could fall into her arms again, but it's tough, 'cause I'm in love, and she's in Adelaide. I haven't seen her in years. I'm in this northern hemisphere, and she's in Adelaide. She had to stay, I had to go. She's in summer, I'm in snow, a world away. And oh, it's 9,957 miles away. And if I could turn back the years, I'd be on a plane, I'd fly like the wind. If I could fall into her arms again, but it's tough, 'cause I'm in love, and she's in Adelaide. Oh, it's 9,957 miles away. And if I could turn back the years, I'd be on a plane, I'd fly like the wind. If I could fall into her arms again, but it's tough, 'cause I'm in love, and she's in Adelaide. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, here's a new song called The Rush that I'm working up. And I saw a comment in the chat that said, do you tune by ear? And I do not. I use a tuner. Because I get nervous because you all are watching me. Here we go. Here's The Rush. we go. I saw a message in the chat from Claude who asked, what strings do I use on the Gibson 175? And I use Ernie Ball strings. They're slinkies. So, you know, it actually be nice to try flat wound strings on this guitar, but they're just round wounds, just regular old electric guitar strings. But the gauge I use is 10.5 to 48. So it's in between a 10 and an 11, which I think is a really nice gauge for electric guitar. So I'm going to play a little blues for you all now. Same pace as Daddy Longlegs, says Christian. Yep. And that pace is brisk. This is a song by the great T-Bone Walker that I love playing. It's called the T-Bone Shuffle. Let your hair hang down, baby. We're gonna have a natural ball. Let your hair hang down, baby. We're gonna have a natural ball. 'Cause if you ain't happy, it ain't no fun at all. You can't take it with you, that's one thing for sure. You can't take it with you, that's one thing for sure. Ain't nothing, baby, that a T-bone shuffle can't cure. That's good fun. You can't take it with you. I'm seeing some lovely comments in the chat. Thanks to everybody for enjoying the show and letting us know where you're from. It's really nice that we've built this kind of community every week. Me playing and everyone kind of tuning in from all over the world and enjoying the music. It's really special. So thank you. We do have a virtual tip jar, and the virtual tip jar is just joerobinson.com/tipjar, TIPJAR. Tips are really appreciated. They help me very much during these times where there's not many gigs in person, although things are opening back up, which is very promising. And I actually have some gigs next month, which I'm excited about. So stay tuned for the information about those. Gershwin fan says, as I said before, high point of the week. Thank you so much. New York City, Connecticut, Philippines. Stone cold guitar genius. Thank you so much, Peter. I've certainly been called worse. I do love playing, love bringing everybody the music. No, actually, I'm going to stick to this guitar. This is a song called Fiji, which is the newest song. Here we go. That's a fun tune to play. Well, thank you very much to anybody who chipped in a little money in the virtual tip jar. The tip jar link once more is joerobinson.com/tipjar, TIPJAR. It's the virtual swiper. You just click the link. It will ask for your email address, but we won't spam you. And you can just select $10 or $5 or whatever you would like to contribute. Okay. in my dreams. Someone took you out of my arms. Still I feel the thrill of your charms. Lips that once were mine, tender eyes that shine. They will light my way tonight. I'll see you in my dreams. There we go. I'll see you in my dreams. Isn't that a beautiful, great song? Pretty sure it was written by Isham Jones about 100 years ago now, I believe. Isn't that crazy? Absolutely amazing. I should have put a fresh set of strings on. Next up, we have Borsalino. This is a great song. It was written by Claude Bolling, who's a brilliant French composer, and it was arranged for guitar by Tommy Emmanuel and Chet Atkins. I think Tommy had a little more to do with the arrangement, but they recorded it together on their album, The Day Fingerpickers Took Over the World, which is a great record. I used to listen to that all the time when I was younger. Toby said, he shared my Venmo link. Thank you so much, Toby. Yes, the tip jar, you can pay with Venmo or PayPal, and it's very easy. You just click on the link, and tips are very much appreciated. That's good fun. I played that a handful of times with Tommy Emmanuel as a duet. He plays all the harmony parts that he used to play with Chet. It's just such a thrill when we get to play together. And we do have some shows upcoming this year. They've been kind of rescheduled and moved around a few times, but I'm very much looking forward to playing those, of course. Robert says, all I'm thinking about at the moment is the amount of hours Joe must have spent to get good. The minimum is 10,000, but he has surpassed that number a long time ago. You know, it's funny. I did the math, and I used to play these 4-hour gigs all the time when I was younger. You know, and 4 hours is a lot of time to play on stage. In Nashville, they played 4 hours down on Broadway with no break. It's madness. We used to play a 45-minute set, then take a 15-minute break in my old covers band when I was a teenager. But when I was 18, I'd played 1,000 gigs, and when I was kind of in my mid-20s somewhere, I'd played 2,000. I know because I created a big list of them all when I applied for my visa to come live in America when I was 18. So between a couple thousand shows, there was just about 10,000 hours on stage, likely. Anyway, here's a little bit at 1,000 gigs at 18, yep. I left school when I was 15 to go on tour. This year has been the first year I haven't toured in 20 years. It's pretty wild. Since I was 10 years old, I'm 30 now. This is a song from my Borders album. Hope you enjoy it. This is called Boundless. Came in like a river, floated me into a dream. I cruised along with the currents, I didn't want to fight the stream. You keep bending, twisting, turning, boundless, pouring, chasing, rolling, boundless, running, spilling, overflowing. When I think I've reached my limit, you pull me right back in it. Ooh, babe, your love is boundless. Used to stand on the shoreline, afraid to dip in my toes, but you pulled me in forever, and every day this love it grows. You keep bending, twisting, turning, boundless, pouring, chasing, rolling, boundless, running, spilling, overflowing. When I think I've reached my limit, you pull me right back in it. Ooh, babe, your love is boundless. Came in like a river, floated me into a dream. I cruised along with the current, didn't want to fight the stream. You keep bending, twisting, turning, boundless, pouring, chasing, rolling, boundless, running, spilling, overflowing. When I think I've reached my limit, you pull me right back in it. Ooh, babe, Your love is boundless. Thank you very much, everybody. So this is my most recent album, Borders. And for anyone that saw the video with the Meet Genevieve video, Genevieve is my fiance in Quebec. We posted a video and I got 13,000 views in a week or something, and a lot of really nice comments. I know that everyone really enjoyed meeting her, and that made us both feel good. But this album, Borders, is a collection of songs that I wrote about us going through the whole pandemic, with her in Canada and me in the US, and us not being able to visit each other for pretty much a year. So it was challenging, and I thought it would be a nice thing to channel the love into an album. So that's the album, Borders. It is available on all the streaming services, of course: Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. Fun fact: Tidal pays artists about 3 times as much as Spotify, and Apple Music pays a little more than Spotify. But Spotify has 80% of the listeners worldwide, and it's quite an interesting world. But if you want to buy a CD or a vinyl LP of my album, the only place you can get it is on my website. And I do apologize if you're if you're overseas, not in the US, because it does take a while for the shipments to get there. It takes about 6 weeks, just as a heads up. And we're not currently shipping to the UK because there's some kind of VAT regulation that we can't figure out how to navigate yet. But if in the US, you can get it on my website. It's $20, and it'll arrive in a week, maybe 10 days. So anyone that wants to purchase the music on a CD or a vinyl LP, you can do that on my website. Okay. This is a brand new song that I hope you enjoy. Yes, there is an option to have me sign them. Thank you very much for the nice words about that song. That song doesn't really have a name yet. I can't find the right name for it. Sometimes it's easier to write the tune than it is to find a name for it, because the name has to be just right. Leanne asks, any news when your new CD will be out? That's an excellent question. I don't have anything to announce just yet, but I am intending to release a series of singles at some point soon. And anyone who contributes to the virtual tip jar puts money towards getting the music out, because it's a whole process releasing an album. That this album that I'm sitting on, that's finished, I really think it's going to be it's some of my best work. Here's a song from it. This is called Fine Line. And on the studio version, there's a string section, upright bass. It's a really cool production. Here we go. It's a fine line that we walk every day. There's a right and a wrong in everything we do and say. It's a fine line, runs through the heart of every woman, man and child, and everyone's got to do their part. It's a fine, fine line. It's a fine, fine line between the good and the bad, the truth and a fad. It's a fine, fine line. It's a fine line that we dance in our dreams, all alone in the dark where we plan our secret schemes. It's a fine line, rules by we play. We slide 'em, we move 'em and lose 'em with our shades of grey. It's a fine, fine line. It's a fine, fine line between the good and the bad, the truth and a fad. It's a fine, fine line. When you do, when you don't, it's a fine line. When you will, when you won't, it's a fine line. Between pleasure and pain, it's a fine line. What you lose, what you gain, it's a fine, fine line. It's a fine, fine line. It's a fine, fine line between a win and a loss, the worth and the cost, the win, the rise and the good and the bad, the truth and a fad, the rise and the fall. Do you risk it all? It's a fine, fine line. Ain't that the truth? There we go. So that's Fine Line. I wrote that song with Brent Mayer. And Brent, if anyone wants to know more about Brent, you can look him up on Wikipedia. He's an Audio Engineer Society Hall of Fame member. And he's recorded artists like Ray Charles and Duke Ellington. I mean, it's just amazing the music he's been a part of. and we wrote the entire album together, and he produced it in his studio, and he's one of the greatest engineers I've ever had the chance to work with. So it's a really cool project. I think it's gonna be a really nice thing to share. It's getting hot. It's summertime here in Nashville. What have I got next on my list? Mr.Sandman. You know, I have to be honest with everybody here, because I know you all are regular. You know, there's a kind of a regular crowd that tunes into these streams. And a couple weeks ago, I kind of was playing, and I was like, oh, you know what? I stopped the stream a bit early, and I was like, you know, it just feels like I'm wearing this thing out a little bit. And if you look at my analytics on like Facebook, for example, the live streams account for 3% of my people who watch my videos. So it's a pretty small number, but I feel like it's a really nice way for me to play and for me to make a connection on a deeper level than just posting a 1-minute song that, you know, a lot of people will get shown on their feed, because the way the algorithms work is if you put out videos that people watch, then the algorithm shares it to more people. It's pretty interesting, because I have 150,000 people that follow me now on Facebook. That's grown from about 30,000 a year ago. And it's amazing, because most of the people that watch my videos, 70 or 80%, don't even follow my page. So it's really incredible, the ability to reach an audience these days. So yeah, that being said, I really appreciate anyone who will put in the time to watch an hour-long show like this. So thank you. Here's a little bit of Mr. Sandman. And it's funny because, you know, it's a human tendency to be drawn towards the negative. And sometimes I'll post videos and I'll see a lot of really nice comments, and I really do appreciate the comments, and I read them. I try not to read the chat when I'm playing, but between songs I'm trying to catch up. But I'll see some negative comments occasionally, and I'll be like, great, that's good, because it means I'm reaching fresh people. And some people, you know, that all they like to do is complain or like tell someone what they should be doing. And yeah, it's funny. I had a few people telling me what they thought of Mr. Sandman. Here we go. Thank you so much, everybody. Good fun. Someone said, I'm just scrolling back in the chat here. Joe, how good do you feel? It's interesting because when someone writes, you can't really get a feel for the tone of someone's voice through a text message. And so I don't know if that's a concern. Like, do you feel okay? You look a bit tired, or is it? How good does it feel to play guitar, and have the freedom to, play all kinds of cool songs? That feels pretty cool. But I do feel pretty tired because when I drove back from Quebec, it's about 20 hours if you don't stop, roughly, from Quebec to Nashville. And I stopped in upstate New York, so about halfway, drove about 10 hours, and I stayed in a tent. I kind of enjoy finding cool places on Airbnb. It's nice when I'm not traveling with 7 guitars and a bunch of touring equipment. I'm kind of just have my bare necessities. It's a great song. But I camped in this tent in upstate New York, and I don't know if anyone's interested to know this, but I have a phobia. I'm scared of bears. Just the idea of a bear coming out of the bush to swallow up a human, that's scary. I'm good with snakes. I'm very good with spiders. Sharks, not as much of an issue for me as bears. So anyway, I was in this tent just thinking, oh, that's right, they have bears in North America. But it was a pretty epic drive back to Nashville. That's a long way. I feel like I'm out of shape. I used to drive a lot. So I don't feel too bad. I'm really happy to be playing some music, but I went about a year without drinking coffee, and I'm definitely back on the stuff. But it just makes you not sleep as good. Anyway, I'm going to quit rambling, and I'm going to play one last song. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks to anybody who sent a little money to the virtual tip jar. The tip jar link once more is joerobinson.com/tipjar, TIPJAR. And this is my album, Borders, if anyone wants to pick up it on CD. It's available on my website. That's the only place you can get it on CD. You can also get it on digital download there. So anyway, the bare necessities. Bears. Do bears play guitar in the woods? Don't watch the last season of Alone. Lots of bears. Thanks, Patty. I'm going to finish up with another song from the new album that's going to be coming soon. It's called Gotta Keep Movin'. A lot of work left to be done, a lot of race left to be run. Up to us to find our way to where we wanna be someday. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving. What lies ahead, what waits for us? How much in love do we trust? Ain't no telling what we'll find by looking ahead and not behind. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving. So hand in hand we hold the key to open any door, to anything and everything we are yearning for. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving. Remember the words. Some rugged roads may shake our faith. We may bend, but we will not break. Babe, I got you and you got me. Tell me what else do we need? Gotta keep moving, 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 keep on moving, keep on moving, keep on moving, keep on moving, moving, moving. All right, everybody, that's all from me this evening. Take good care. Thanks very much for watching. And thanks to anyone who threw a little money in the virtual tip jar. It's kind of like a ticket to the show. And it's very, very much appreciated. So the links are in the description and the chat, and they should be pretty easy to find. Thanks again for tuning in, and take good care. Cheers.